Hello everyone, this is Safa1. Welcome to my channel. As you can see, I have this video playing in the background and it is actually going through my setup, and today I'm going to be messing around with this setup that I just have. It's Photomosh Pro, very simple program to use. I am basically just testing the audio reactivity and making music at the same time. And yeah, so come check it out. Okay, so this is the view of my setup. I reset my video. It's actually just like a 2-minute long video. All right, so I actually have a bunch of presets saved onto my Photomosh Pro, and it's like all right here, Photomosh Pro. What I'm doing is actually just I have another screen here on the top right here, and that is OBS. And basically OBS is, I just like full screened OBS. Yeah, so if I do that, if you can see, it's like this is the full screen projector, and I can just play with all the settings on my laptop here. This is not the best setup. I should have like another like table coming up to here or something. Or, well, actually my plan is to basically just set it and forget it. That's like the whole point of this, the whole purpose of this entire setup is basically the ability to just set up the visuals, have them running and have them reactive. So when I press play, it will start reacting. So what I'm going to do right now is just use one of my presets, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one. Let's see what happens. It's not really reacting. It's not that reactive, but what I'm gonna do is choose a different one. I have quite a few here. Just want to make sure the audio is still set up yet. Okay. Let's do this black and white one I was doing. Let's put the sharpen up. So I pressed pause, or I pressed, stop on my Deluge, and you can see it's like still fluttering, but as soon as I press play, you can see it's like starting to react to the visual, to the music. So perfect, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, I'm gonna start a new project. So, okay. Yeah, there's some noise, but that's okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make, because all of my loops on the OP1 is set to basically 120. Let me take a look here. It's actually set to 60 BPM, but when you double time it, it's 120. So what I'm gonna do is actually set my Deluge to 60 BPM. Usually I would set it to 120 because I like to make like faster tempo electronic music, but right now I'm setting it up to 60 and I want to make kind of a lower tempo song. So I'm going to choose some of my drums here. Sorry, that's not drums. Let's go to this one. That's kind of interesting. Okay, I like that. Yeah, it's cool. You can hear this in the background, the circuit rhythm. So I am just simply using the Organelle for granular sounds, the OP1 for tape loops, like and of course I forgot to plug this in. Hold on one second, give me a second. No wonder. Now I have this kick drum, kind of like an 808 as my bass, heavy bass. Well, tempo. So I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna actually make a new track altogether. And the way I'm gonna do this is I'm just gonna make a new tape loop. Okay, I'm gonna pause the Deluge right now, and then I'm gonna come back to my OP1 and turn up the click so I can have like a tempo to work off of, and I'm gonna record. Take away the tempo. And play it together. So what I did was I introduced some sidechain from the Deluge's kick drum to the source coming in. That way I have this like pumping sound. Yeah. Let's add a bass line. that. So what I'm going to do is record this. I'm making it a very simple track. Okay, of course I didn't. Oh, it did record, okay. I'm gonna add some saturation to the bass line. Okay, whoops. Turn down some of the reverb. Okay, now I'm going to play it together with the tape loop that I made. Let's add some percussive elements with the circuit rhythm. So there's only one drawback of having routed this much gear within each other. Here, I'm just gonna actually move this a little bit closer so we can all see more of what is happening. So basically the only drawback of having this much routed together is when I do sidechain stuff coming in, it side chains everything. So that's the only drawback. I don't think it's a huge deal necessarily, but it's something to think about. Of course, having a mixer would make things easier, and someone did recommend a small mixer that I can purchase and put into this case. But right now I'm pretty happy with the way I have everything set up. So I'm just gonna continue this the way it is. Maybe I'll just make the sidechain a little less intense. So let's try that. Just want to try something. Switch to another tape loop and see what that sounds like. So the new tape loop that I made is actually a lot louder, which is fine, but I can always adjust the volume from here, from the OP1 itself, if things are too loud or too low in volume. Add some effects to this. Okay, I kind of like this pad. I'm just gonna add this to the song. I'm gonna try and mix this a little bit so it's not too loud. Okay, and yeah. Just some chords. Of course, I come back and put it to 4 bars. And let's see what it sounds like all together. Cool. Okay, so to wrap up a little bit of what I just did, I made a tape loop on the OP1, bass line, a pad with chords, drums, well, yeah, some percussive elements on the circuit rhythm. I didn't go that deep, but I'm gonna wrap this setup up for the day. And yeah, so there's kind of endless possibilities with this setup. I think there are of course limitations, but for the most part what you can do with the setup that you have I think it's pretty good, given that this Photomosh Pro visual program isn't very advanced. It's still pretty good for what it can do, and with a setup like this I'm pretty happy with it. I was still thinking about going into deeper like programs such as touch design and stuff like that, but I think it's a little too over my head. Like it would take me like months to learn. Not that I have anything against learning a new software, but for like the practicality and the ease of usability, I find that Photomosh Pro is, I'm not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form. I just think that it's a pretty good program for beginner visual style stuff, if that makes any sense, especially in the audio, like reactivity realm, if that makes any sense. And I like that. Yeah, that's cool. I think I'll wrap it up. Some of these projects I want to leave unfinished for my album I'm planning to come out by the end of this year. So that way I have more substance within the track, so I'm not showing off every single thing that I make, but all right. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.